Hello, students. Welcome to the English class. This is Parul. Today we will discuss lesson number 1 of your book Beehive. The lesson number 1 is The Fun They Had. Written by an American writer, Isaac Asimov. It first appeared in a children's newspaper in 1951 and was reprinted in the February 1954 issue of the magazine of fantasy and science fiction. The story is about the year 2157 when every child has his own mechanical teacher and schools like today do not exist anymore. The story is set in the future when children do not have traditional books and schools. It is set about 150 years ahead. One day, Margie, a little girl in the story, makes a diary entry. Today, Tommy found a real book. She has written in her diary, Today, Tommy found a real book. Tommy, a boy of 13 years, finds an old book. And he has heard from his grandfather that there used to be books and separate spacious buildings for schools. When he finds a real book from the attic in his house, he is excited. And he has shown that book to Margie. When Margie talked to Tommy and she asked about the book, Tommy replied that this book is about the schools. Margie, who doesn't like schools, she found that this book might be uninteresting or useless because she do not like to read about schools. At that time when Tommy and Margie were studying, or because it was set in the future, that time in future schools were like just in their house only and just at the side of their bedroom, and separate school, one person can only sit there in that room, and the whole study was technological based. There was a mechanical teacher who teaches them and assigned them their homework, checked it, and everything was done through the computer. Then Tommy and Margie start reading the book and find a lot of new information about the old system of education. They got to know about the old system of education, like in the ancient time human teachers were there, because and even they were strange to know that how human teacher can teach to the students and how students can get the education in a collective way. Tommy and Margie do not have formal schools and human teachers. The next room to their bedroom is their schoolroom. They have mechanical teachers. The teachers has a big screen showing all the lessons and questions. There is a slot where each child has to put homework and assignments for evaluation. The mechanical teacher can be adjusted to fit the mind of the students. And now, Margie's performance day by day in geography was becoming worse and worse. Her mother, who was very much worried about the study of Margie, she called the country inspector. The country inspector, who was looked like very fatty and angry, very fatty and angry, and he came there with his box of lots of wires and instruments, and then he checked that technical problems in their computer system. Margie's mother, who was worried about the education of Margie, she asked from the country inspector what was the problem, why Margie was doing worse and worse day by day. But that time also, Margie was completely out of their mind, and she was not present there. She was only thinking about the school, about the fun of the ancient time. She was thinking like when the students collectively sitting in a classroom, how much fun they had. And that time, what happened? The country inspector said that Margie was not at fault. Only the fault was in the computer system. It was geared up, and now I have set it again according to the mental level of a girl who is at the age of 10 years. Now, in this story, Margie was very much fascinated about to know the ancient time schools and the school system. She found that the ancient time school system might be quite interesting, and even she found her educational system was quite boring. And when Margie comes to know about the old schools from the book, she starts hating her schools. She likes the old schools more than her own school. She thinks what fun the kids might be having studying, playing, enjoying together. The author's message is one of the warning against the danger of the computerized homeschooling, which deprive the children of the benefits of the personal interaction between the students and the teachers, which help them to develop many social skills. In this way, the story was ended. Thank you. And the question answers related to this chapter will be uploaded on the school site.